Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm bringing you my team building analysis video for week number 6 of the Pokemon Premier League. Yes, indeed. Yeah, 1-4 is not really where we wanted to be. Last week was a bad time for everyone involved except Chi. But yes, moving onwards into week number 6. We have made a couple of changes. You might have seen that video a little while ago. We brought in a RhyQuinn, we brought in Tangela. And we're probably going to be using one of those this week. In fact, we definitely are going to be using one of those this week as we go up against, once again, yet another very, very, very good friend of mine. Ellie, 8-bit Insomniac, whatever you want to know her as. Accrington Stantler is the team. We're looking for revenge from way, way, way back in Season 1. And Hidden Power Electric. Oh, yes, that still gives me chills. But yes, her team. Excadrill, Clefable, Conkeldurr, Alakazam, Crobat, Tyranitar, Roserade, Poliwrath, Magnemite and Shelmet. Interesting team. A lot of threats. Clefable is her Super Z user. T-Tar and Roserade, they're her other Z-move users. So we're putting together a bit of an interesting team to take on this lot. So who are we bringing? So first up is going to be Sadie the Mawile. Bit of an interesting one here. Choice Scarf Mawile. With Sheer Force, Player Off, Iron Head, Brick Break and Ice Punch. We got Max Attack, 220 in Speed, with a Jolly Nature, 32 into HP. Yeah, Offensive Mawile can actually put a real dent in Ellie's team. And I'm hoping that the Surprise Scarf will sort of throw her off a little bit. We've got enough speed on there to outpace, you know, Excadrill outside of Sand. We outpace the Roserade if it's not Scarfed as well, which is super nice. So we're actually outspeeding a lot. A lot of her team is actually fairly slow. Alakazam, Crobat, they're obviously very quick. Excadrill in the Sand too. But other than that, Roserade at base 90 I think is her next best bet. Unless she wants to bring Poliwrath with rain support, which I'm not sure about this time. So yeah, there's Mawile. Save, Player Off, Iron Head, Brick Break, Ice Punch. Hopefully it can throw off a little bit. She's not averse to bringing Surprise Scarfs of her own. We saw that when she played against Chi and she brought a Scarf Clefable and he brought a Scarf Flores. It was quite funny actually. But yeah, hopefully Mawile can put some work. Then of course we have, I'm just clicking around all over the place here. Then of course we have Zangoose, Goose Bolton. The Goose is loose once again. Toxic Orb, Toxic Boost set as standard. It's very standard stuff here with Max Attack, Max Speed, Jolly. Facade, Quick Attack, Close Combat and Power Up Punch. Again, Zangoose can really dent Ellie's team. And once again, it's only outsped naturally by a couple of things on that team, and it's speed ties with the Roserade. She doesn't have a Ghost. I have no reason not to run Dual Stab and Close Combat, Power Up Punch. If I can get a Power Up Punch off, I'm going to have a +1 Toxic Orb Zangoose on the field, and that's going to hurt a lot. So that's going to be Goose Bolton. Next up is going to be the debut of Webbnflow the Araquanid. Yes, we've got a very physically defensive spread here. Max HP, 220 defense, Impish Nature. With the Water Bubble leftovers. Liquidation, Leech Life, Toxic and Protect. Liquidation, again, I'm going to be testing the metal of just how spammable that move is, hopefully. The things that really want to switch into a Liquidation, I mean, Conkeldurr if it's defensive. Crobat potentially, and Crobat will be a fairly decent switch into RhyQuinn anyway, certainly if it's bulky. Roserade will come in on it, Poliwrath too. Roserade and a few of those don't really want to take a Leech Life. You know, Poliwrath doesn't want to particularly get Toxic. I've got Protect to try and stall out Sandturn if she wants to do that. Yeah, the only real thing that particularly enjoys taking this on is the Conkeldurr, if I'm honest, and hopefully I have some stuff to deal with that. One of those things potentially being Ibra the Zapdos is our 4th member with Charty Berry. We've got Volt Switch, Defog, Roost and Heatwave on there. Max HP, 76 into Spadef, 180 speed, Timid, and again I believe that's outspeeding that Roserade. Yeah, I've gone Bulky Speedster again. I want this as a support set. Heatwave very much just on there for Excadrill. Everything else I can Volt Switch out on. And pretty much everything I can tank a hit from, ideally. Volt Switch into something to take it on. Yeah, Zapdos going to be useful for just supporting the team. You know, if I'm bringing in Webbnflow a lot to try and take hits, the defog's going to be very nice. She's got a few potential rockers there. You've got Excadrill, you've got Clefable, you've got T-Tar. and she's got Hazard Stack, you know, Roserade is there, Shelmet, dare I say it, is there. So yeah, Ibra could be super important here. And if I can tank like a Rock Slide from Excadrill, hit back with a Heat Wave, it probably won't kill, but if I can get a cheeky burn, that would be delicious. So, next up we have Stupid Bill the Necrozma, trying to actually make a name for himself this season for the first time. We're bringing us a Z move, we're bringing Steelium Z here, Psychic, Flash Cannon, Earthquake and Morning Sun, max HP, max special attack, quiet nature. We're mostly going here with special attack. The reason I haven't gone like Hidden Power Ground, Earthquake is going to be better for hitting the likes of T-Tar, just because of that special defense boost in the sand. It's also nice for the Excadrill. The Steelium Z, really very much only there for the Clefable, but I want as many ways to break that thing as possible. And other than that, you know, this kind of coverage can hit her team very hard across the board, pretty much. There's not a lot on there that resists stuff. I mean, sure, Alakazam isn't hit super effectively, but an Earthquake's going to do damage. You know, the T-Tar will take an Earthquake, Roserade, no, Polymorph, no, man. The Shelmet is the only other one that doesn't take super effective damage from this. So hopefully Necrozma again can punch some holes and clear the way for other things. Final member is going to be Spaceman the Mamoswine. We've got an Earth Plate set here with Earthquake, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard and Iron Head. Lots of eyes there, 28 HP, 252 attack, 228 into speed with that jolly nature. Yeah, we don't really need to say that Mamoswine can punch holes in teams anymore, we all know it can do that. I was originally going to bring a Choice Banded set, but I want to have the freedom to switch up moves, and you know, if I can bluff a Choice Banded Earthquake, you could see like Crobat coming in, I can get ice damage off on it, all that good stuff. So yeah, hopefully Mamoswine can do a nice bit of hole punching. I've got a lot of wall punching hole things, and I think that's going to be good against Ellie's team simply based on the fact that she doesn't have all that much natural speed. You know, as I mentioned, Zam and Crobat, I think I have ways of dealing with them. Excadrill in sand could be a problem, but hopefully I can do a bit of stalling and get rid of that. And if I can get rid of the T-Tar Ellie, that would be nice as well. Now looking at the team Ellie could be bringing, the stuff I'm expecting, Excadrill, yeah, almost certainly. Clefable too. Conkeldurr I would expect her to bring, you know, it's, I'd expect a physically defensive Conkeldurr here. You know, a nice answer to the likes of this Mamoswine, for example, maybe even the Tarak, you never know. So I'd expect to see that the Excadrill I'd expect to see not Scarfed, probably Sandrush, almost certainly will have Toxic to deal with my Magnemite, my Tangler that I'm actually not bringing, which is bold, I realise that, but I want to bring WebandPlow just because I think you can do more offensively. But looking at the rest of her team, Alakazam, yes, almost certainly. Don't think Crobat, definitely T-Tar, don't think Roserade, do think Poliwrath, not Magnemite, not Shelmet. Yeah, Poliwrath is actually a fairly nice answer to Mamoswine, especially if it's sort of a bulky, maybe AV spread to tank any potential freeze dries. Not that I'd bring freeze dry Mamoswine, I think it's a stupid move to have a Mamoswine, unless in very, 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 very specific situations like Kyle's team before he made trades, but we won't go there. So yeah, Excadrill, Clefable, Conkeldurr, Alakazam, T-Tar and Poliwrath are things I'd expect Ellie to bring. Will she bring those? Well, we'll find out hopefully tomorrow when the battle gets uploaded. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we can pick up a win here against Ellie. Her links down in the description, we'll make sure you check them out. But yeah, I'm getting out of here, so thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed, and I guess with that, I'll see you next time. Laters.